Well, first up this evening to the latest in Tamil Nadu politics. Months after he had that mega party event, actor Vijay's Tamizhaga Vetri Kazhagam today announced a list of 19 district secretaries and the party's second-rung leadership, largely outlaying the party's organization structure. This is an important step for the party, which hopes to alter Dravidian political equations and realities. And a strong party organization, remember, is essential to turn the Vijay star power into votes. The political fault lines in the state are also clear. Earlier in the day, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin hit out with a dig at actor Vijay, even as he inducted into the DMK over 3,000 people from another party, the Nam Tamizhar Katchi, which is led by fiery orator, film director Seeman, who has made controversial comments against the founder of the Dravidian movement, E.V.R. Periyar.
ஆனால் இன்றைக்கு சில கட்சிகளை பார்க்கிறோம், தொடங்கிய உடனே ஆட்சிக்கு வருவோம் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய நிலை இன்றைக்கு நாட்டில் இருந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. நாங்கள் தான் அடுத்த ஆட்சி, நாங்கள் தான் அடுத்த முதல் என்று அநாத நிலையை சுற்றி கொண்டிருக்கிறவர்களெல்லாம் இன்றைக்கு அதை பிதற்றிக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். நான் யார், எப்படிப்பட்டவர், எந்த கட்சி தலைவர் என்றெல்லாம் சொல்ல விரும்பலை. காரணம், அவர்களுக்கெல்லாம் நான் அடையாளம் காட்டுவதற்கு நான் தயாராக இல்லை. அதுதான் உண்மை. அவர்கள் பெயரை சொல்லி இந்த மேடைக்கு உரிய அங்கீகாரத்தை, இந்த மேடைக்குரிய கௌரவத்தை நான் குறைத்துக் கொள்ள விரும்பல. அதான் உண்மை. அதை எனக்கு புரிந்துக்கேன். மக்களுக்காக பாடுபட கட்சியாக இருந்து, உழைக்கக்கூடிய கட்சியாக இருந்து, உண்மையிலேயே தமிழனுக்காக பாடுபட கட்சியாக இருந்தால் நான் சொல்லலாம். வேஷம் விட்டு கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு நாடகத்தை நடத்தி கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடியவர்களுக்கெல்லாம் நான் அடையாளம் காட்ட விரும்பல. தான் உண்மை.
There, taking that dig at actor Vijay and his Tamizhaga Vetri Kazhagam, also hitting out at the NTK in that function there. But the core question this evening is simple and straightforward. Is actor Vijay any closer than he was to forging an anti-DMK alliance with the principal opposition party in the state, AIADMK? Remember, without the AIADMK, such an alliance may be a non-starter. The AIADMK, TVK and the BJP seem to be mirroring each other's stand on several issues like the Annavar city sexual assault or the Erode East by-election. But can that turn into an alliance without which it may be difficult to take on the might of the DMK and its cohesive alliance? Multiple factors at play here, and to understand them, joining me this evening, three noted political observers from Tamil Nadu: R.K. Radhakrishnan, Sumant C. Raman and Kavitha Muralidharan. R.K. Radhakrishnan, my first question to you. Stalin taking on Vijay very clearly, making those comments there. Is that a sense of nervousness within the DMK that Vijay may be able to form a cohesive alliance to take it on in 2026?
Absolutely. Coalition or not, definitely it's going to be a huge problem for the DMK. And the DMK's reaction to each of Vijay's outings, so to speak, where it is Parandur or Vengai Vasil, where there has been a problem involved for Dalits, everything has been, it's like you need somebody like Vijay to get the DMK's act together. It's like that. Parandur, you had the Minister Tangam to speak before Vijay went, and after Vijay went, there has been a series of discussions on that. And then again, Vengai Vasil, where there has been a problem of fecal contamination in a tank, or overhead water tank. We see that the DMK's today, the committee has submitted this report yesterday, and to the court yesterday, and then subsequently they are taking action. So I think there is a lot of nervousness in the DMK, and as you rightly pointed out, there is a problem in the alliance. I mean, in talking about an alliance itself, because the AIADMK cannot consider the leadership role, and the Vijay's party cannot be seen as a second fiddle. So there is a huge problem right there.
That's right. That's a big stumbling block. But Sumant C. Raman, do you see a sense of backroom coordination happening? Because in the Annavar city case, Vijay going to the governor and complaining about law and order raised a few eyebrows. And then the Erode East by-election, all three parties deciding to boycott them, embarrassing the DMK in more ways than one.
Vijay has an option of either aligning with the AIADMK or trying to go it alone with a few smaller parties, which is not going to lead him anywhere. So I think he is aware of the limitations of the reach that he has, the charisma that he has. So and he has openly indicated he's open for alliances. Now, the BJP is the problem here because Vijay has identified the BJP as his ideological enemy. So clearly, an alliance of sorts with the BJP is going to be extremely difficult for him to justify and may create a lot of negative sort of impression on Vijay's political entry. So the question is, how does he balance this, the need for alliances, along with the real issue, which is not to be seen as somebody who's just trying to, make a political impact in his very first election at all costs. So without sacrificing ideology, he says he has got two enemies. Ideological enemy is the BJP, and the enemy as such on the ground is the DMK. So if he's going to take on both these enemies, then the only option for him is to tie up with the AIADMK and hope that the AIADMK and the BJP don't get into an alliance. The AIADMK has already indicated that they are sort of open for an alliance with the TVK. Of course, we are over a year away from the election, so it's way too early to predict which way things will go. But an alliance between the AIADMK, the Vijay, DMDK, PMK, and so on, and a few other parties can give the DMK a run for its money, can give the DMK alliance. Mind you, we're not talking of the DMK contesting alone. They're contesting as part of the India alliance, as it were. So they can be given a run for their money. And with anti-incumbency, there's a very real chance that Vijay could end up a Pavan Kalyan of Tamil Nadu.
Well, a Pavan Kalyan of Tamil Nadu, you say. Suman C. Raman, Kavita Muralidharan also joins us. Kavita, to be the Pavan Kalyan of Tamil Nadu, he needs to strike a deal like Pavan Kalyan deal with Chandrababu Naidu. Can Vijay strike that kind of a deal with Edappadi Palanichami? That's really the question. At one point of time when Naidu was in jail during the run-up to 2024, Pavan Kalyan really took the front role in bringing the BJP and TDP together.
See, one thing what we know about Edappadi Palanichami, he is not willing to cede any ground. He is not willing to accommodate his former party members, party leaders, including OPS or Sasikala, into his party, which obviously is going to help the ADMK, considering that it's really in shambles now. So when Edappadi is not willing to do that, I am not sure how he will actually agree to, Vijay being a Pavan Kalyan. So I think that is out of question. And I think Tamil Nadu is entirely different. And we have had actors who have tried politics in Tamil Nadu, and we know how successful or unsuccessful they have been. So I'm not, one thing is when we are talking about alliances, I'm really, one thing that makes me curious is the fact that Vijay is not even shown enough seriousness about, building his party or about being political. I mean, he goes to Parandur, he meets people, I agree, but I think it's not enough to be a politician in Tamil Nadu. What Vijay does is certainly not enough. So even before we talk about alliances, I'm not sure if he's even expressed enough seriousness to be considered as a serious politician in Tamil Nadu as of today. That's what I really think.
On a day that he has announced his party organization structure here, R.K. Radhakrishnan, the star appeal to turn into votes, you've seen it work for some, it hasn't worked for many. Including big stars. Has Vijay shown in the last 3 or 4 months since the event, the mega rally that we are playing on our screens, that he has the political acumen and the strategy to build alliances and to sort of negate the political waters of Tamil Nadu?
So there are serious problems here, Veera. If you ask me, I would say that the exact chance that MGR had in 1972 was presented to Vijay on a platter with the Erode East by-election. I think he should have contested, or he should have put somebody else to contest from his own party to test the waters. It would have given a feel of what an election looks like, especially in a by-election, and what needs to be done on the ground to actually bring people together, bring people onto the booths, and actually see how voting takes place and what kind of traction the party has. That chance he completely missed, probably because of advice. And again, this party itself, there was a senior leader from the Delta districts who wanted to join the party, who was a former union minister. And the point is that he got in touch with one of these two gatekeepers. One is John, the other is Busi Anand. He got in touch with one of the gatekeepers, and the gatekeeper apparently called up the DMK or the ADMK, one of those parties, and told very clearly that this guy wants to join. And then we see a complete, complete capitulation on the part of this particular leader. I mean, it has happened to multiple leaders across multiple parties, wherein they're not able to approach Vijay. Even the party it's a completely fan-controlled party as of now, with two individuals controlling all access to Vijay, and the party looking like a kind of a fan base, and the fan base is actually being converted into district secretaries and all the other positions. So I completely supplement Kavita's point when she says that we don't know how serious he is.
Well, we don't know much in terms of the run-up to the polls. As Sumant Raman pointed out, it's still 1 year away. You don't know how things will shape up. But Sumant Raman, the more important question is from the AIADMK's point of view. Having lost 3 successive elections, 2019, 2021 and 2024, and lost it decisively, the party needs some new momentum to come in. And that momentum, perhaps the only thing visible in Tamil Nadu at the moment, the only leader face visible in Tamil Nadu to bring that kind of momentum is Vijay. Would you agree?
No, I think that there is a level of complementarity there. What the AIADMK lacks is charisma. What the AIADMK has is a very strong organization base, which even today is capable of taking on the DMK one-on-one. But the fact that DMK never contests one-on-one, they always contest as part of a large alliance and a phalanx of parties arrayed behind it with the adequate caste equations and so on. So therefore, to take on such a large alliance, it becomes imperative for AIADMK to enter alliances, and therefore, what are they looking for? They're looking for that X factor, the charisma, the youth vote, which Vijay could potentially attract, and also indirectly a kind of reach out to the minorities. While Vijay is not overtly projected as a minority a member of the minority community, there will be the factor that he does, represent them in some form or the other. So therefore, the vote, if there was to be an alliance, and I don't agree with what Kavita said that AIADMK is in shambles. They still command 20-21%. Yes, they used to command 45% at the time of Jayalalitha, but they're still clearly the second largest party and the principal opponent to the DMK. And if the party is contested one-on-one, they could give the DMK a run for its money. One last point. I don't agree they lost 2021 so badly. They got 75 seats after 10 years in power with the significant anti-incumbency.
No, I think
they still ended up with 75 seats.
Lost power. I'm really sorry, we've completely run out of time. I just have last 10 seconds to you, Kavita Muralidharan. Vijay as an X factor in 2026, still a potential powerful X factor. Yes or no?
No. I don't see him as a powerful factor at all in the 2026 elections. I've not seen him being a serious politician, and if he is really serious, I think at least he needs to wait for another 2 or 3 elections before he can actually make some impact.
Okay. Needs to prove himself on the field, you say. Thanks very much to all 3 of you for joining us. I'm sorry we've completely run out of time.